Welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network and this week's edition of The Locker Room. I have with me the coaching guru himself, Coach Van Pettaway. Coach, how you doing today, sir?
Doing great. We just happy to be here, enjoying another day that we have been given.
Yes, sir, and truly blessed day to have. And congratulations, man. The Alabama A&M Alabama State game is being moved to ESPN or to one of those linear platforms.
Right. Yeah, it's going to the U. I thought that was a great move, and you know, it is the largest. It has been the largest HBCU crowd for the last 4 or 5 years. So I think the audience will be able to see a fantastic affair because, you know, they'll start the Monday prior to. That's when the RVs will start showing up, and it's just a week of all of celebration and reacquaintance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And an exciting time because mathematically your Bulldogs are still alive, Coach.
Right. We got a slim chance. The Bulldogs would need help to win the title, but they're still there. They're still mathematically in it. But we'll see. Time will tell.
Well, I can't say that for my beloved Panthers, man. We laid a fat egg on last Friday. Now, and I have to give credit to Pine Bluff. Pine Bluff outplayed them.
Oh yes. I got an opportunity to watch the game, and Pine Bluff. The home field advantage came through for them. I think their home crowd kept them in the game and pushed them through for that victory.
Well, they pushed them through and pushed us out, and I guess we might well go on and get these grades out the way before I have an upchuck moment.
I got you. Well, with that being said, we had Alcorn State and Grambling. Alcorn State won that game 17-15. Well, There were not a lot of points scored in this game, but they went toe-to-toe. So I'm going to give Alcorn an A, and I'm going to give Grambling State a C.
I'm actually going to give both of them an A, Coach, because it was a well-played game. Alcorn is seeming to prove the critics from preseason right now, huh?
Right, they're undefeated in the conference. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And winning on the road. And like I said, because it was a very spirited and contested game, I'm giving both of them an A.
Okay. All right, then next up, Alabama State played host to Mississippi Valley, and they won that game 54-17. You give Bama State an A for the offensive output, and then showing up on the defensive side. I guess that's the defense they've been looking for all year. And then Mississippi Valley, they'll get a C- from me.
I'm giving them a regular flat C, Valley, and I'm giving Alabama State, I'm giving them an A+ because of the dominance that they showed on both sides of the ball.
Okay. And then, of course, we had Southern and Texas Southern. Southern won that game 22-19. Even though they won, I'm gonna have to give them a B. And Texas Southern, I'll give them a C+.
I'm giving both of them C-. and here's why, Coach. Southern, they beat my Panthers, and they beat Texas Southern, but they have not looked traditionally Southern-like to me.
Right.
You know, but they're winning. But then what does that to say about Prairie View and Texas Southern? They find ways to lose, right? It seemed like today. But I'm giving both of them a C-.
Right. That and I think you're not the only one. A lot of the Jaguar Nation, they're not happy with what's happening with their football program. So you're not alone in giving them that grade.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then that brings us to our alma maters. I'll go with mine first. Alabama A&M for homecoming played Bethune-Cookman, and the homecoming crowd was happy. The Bulldogs won that game 56-12. We're going to give the Bulldogs an A. Their offense finally showed up. and Bethune-Cookman will get. I'm going to be generous with them. I'm going to give them a B minus because they had obstacles coming into this week. They had to leave early to avoid the weather, so they were on the road for since I think Tuesday. So
yeah, they were on the road, but they still 0-6.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
But you I can't tell you how to make your grade.
So that's how I grade them. So how do you see them?
I gave them a C minus. Okay. Due to the fact that they were under stress, but I got to give you Bulldogs an A, Coach, because they showed dominance. They act like they wanted to be there.
Yeah, we played one quarterback for the first time this year.
Mm-hmm.
So that I think maybe they're gonna settle in and let Langford run the show now.
Okay.
Right, and then on Friday,
do we have to go there?
Yeah, we have to because we have to go. Grade.
Can I do an I for an incomplete?
yeah. If we were gonna give an I, this would be the game. Yeah, Arkansas Pine Bluff won the game 21-17. I'm gonna give Pine Bluff an A for playing well at home, and I'm gonna give your Panthers I have to get a C.
Okay, I'm in agreement with you on Pine Bluff getting their A. The first conference game they won, I was checking, Coach, in 2 years.
Oh, wow.
So they actually were up for the moment. And my Panthers, I'm going to have to give them a C minus due to the fact that there's no way that you could have told me in August, July, that game would be lost. I don't care where it was played at.
Right, yeah.
But they just not getting it done. There are a lot of question marks in the atmosphere. And the silly one to me, Coach, is that people are questioning if Coach McDowell should still be leading the Panthers. And I'm like, how soon do we forget that this man then took the Panthers to 2 championship games?
Right.
I don't know what to expect.
The fans these days, they're more about what are you doing now. They're not even thinking about the success that he's had the last couple of years. Right.
Now, it's frustrating, no doubt, and the way it seems we are losing these games, but come on, man, let's pump the brakes for a minute. Gee whiz.
Yeah. But now that leads us to this week, and boy, if you're talking about homecoming, this is homecoming heaven this week. 3 of the 4 games are homecoming games. And we're going to start off with Alcorn State going down to Southern for homecoming. How do you see it, sir?
Oh, my goodness, Coach, I'm not sold on Southern. I really am not. And I'm gonna take Alcorn in this one all day.
Well, we both see the same way. Southern's not playing well. Alcorn seem like they got their act together now, and so we both are going to go with Alcorn. All right, Next up, Grambling is hosting homecoming. They got Arkansas Pine Bluff. Arkansas Pine Bluff at Grambling.
I believe Arkansas Pine Bluff has exhausted themselves, so it'll show up this week. I'm going to take Grambling.
I'm staying with the home team also. All righty. The next homecoming game, and this will be a good game, I think. Bethune-Cookman at Mississippi Valley.
And I'm going to roll with the Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils to get their first win of the season.
I think that's going to happen also, sir. Yep, I do. I think Valley playing on that new field, homecoming, Bethune-Cookman, Road Warriors. And see, I'm not even sure if they're even going back to Daytona. So I don't think they're going to have it in the tank. And that's part of the reason why I'm going with Valley.
Okay.
Now, here's the big game of the week, and ESPN decided to change platforms with this contest. Florida A&M at Jackson State. I'm going to tell you right now, I think the winner of this game will win the East.
Oh, no doubt. It's changed. As much as I tried to hand it over to Alabama State.
Mm-hmm.
These two. And with that being said, Coach, I'm going to pick FAMU to win this game.
Woo! Wow, okay. You going with FAMU? I'm going with the home team. I'm going with Jackson State. I think the only thing that's going to help them is they're playing it at home. They're playing it at Mississippi. Yeah. So I'm going with them. And then when we look back at the MEAC, we both last week picked Townsend over Norfolk State. Odoms is really, he's got his hands full up there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, this week in the MEAC, you got a great contest. Tennessee State at Howard.
I'm going with Tennessee State.
Okay, and I'm going to take Howard on this. I'm going to stay with the home team.
Okay.
All right.
Tennessee State looked very impressive last week.
Yes, they did. Eddie George has got them playing. I think they're either 4-2 or 5-2 on the season.
They're 5-2 now.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go with that other TSU title.
Okay.
So we got our picks added up and ready to roll. Got my little question of the week for you, Coach.
Okay.
When we look at the dynamics of these football institutions doing what they're doing, and I'm not big on playing these FBS guys because they give us money, but to go to pay off our medical bills and things of that nature. Could you see a possibility of HBCU programs not becoming a super conference, but getting more involved in playing non-conference games home and home? Because with the payouts, they're going to kind of wash themselves out anyway and just start playing more HBCU-centric schedules?
Well, I don't see that happening because our athletic directors, instead of them going out fundraising, they're using the sport teams, football and basketball, as their revenue stream. So they're not going to give up those paydays. So they will continue sending these football teams out to play up so that they can get those checks. So I don't. It would be great if we did that, had non-conference games with our HBCUs, but I don't see it coming. I don't see it happening, rather. I just think that the athletic directors see it as an easy way for them to raise money. That means that they don't have to go out and get the corporate sponsors. They're just going to rely on the game checks.
Well, with the dynamics that are changing, Coach, these paydays are fading out. Because now you're going to keep it in-house money, if you would, amongst the Power Fours, and then the regrouping of the group of fives, they're going to be trying to limit themselves. So the opportunities are really running out. They're running dry.
Well, that might be the case, but there's still going to be some schools, in order for them to fill their schedule, they're going to bring some of these HBCUs in because that's a payday for them, especially when the bands are attached, because that brings in revenue. There are people who are coming out to watch these bands. They may not be coming to watch the game, but they got a lot of people that are coming watching the bands. And I just think that some of them will continue to bring us because we are a draw.
I'm feeling that, but to me that's just being pimped. It really is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We are. But how many of the ADs do you see that are actually going out and getting the corporate sponsorships? Then they're relying on the game guarantees in football and basketball.
Well, that's been the mode of operation for our ADs for a long time. As a matter of fact, I have interviewed some in the past. They didn't feel like that the AD's job was to raise funds.
Right.
No, and I'm more perplexed. There's some of these ADs are setting these football schedules without even consulting the head coaches.
Yep. That's exactly what's happening.
What's
happening.
and then you have the audacity to judge them on wins and losses.
Right.
Because I guarantee you, Coach, if I get to set the schedule and I got 2-3 non-conference games, they're gonna be some winnable games for my record.
Right. If the coach has the power to set his own schedule, but see, most of the ADs are doing that. That's why, as a coach, I had it in my contract that I did my schedule. Because if an AD doesn't like you, they can schedule you out of a job.
You sure right about that, Coach.
Yeah, they schedule your tail right out of a job. Yep.
and then say, well, we gave him every opportunity, he just couldn't win.
Yep.
Well, we wish him well on this next endeavor, but he got to get up out of here. Oh, man. Well, as the days grow shorter, we got to become more creative. We talk about it a lot where it seems like we're kicking on a dead horse, but somebody got to keep drumming the message that some changes, some significant changes must come.
Yeah. And then our people we got to do it more than just for homecoming. Like when you look at, I just take Alabama A&M. I would like to see that kind of crowd for every home game, but I know that's wishful thinking. We had over 19 in the stadium, and then you had probably over 50 outside the stadium that never stepped foot inside the stadium, but at least they were on campus. Right.
Well, and the thing about it too, Coach, I don't know how it is on that other hill, but on this hill, this way, Coach, people are getting these RVs, and they don't own RVs, they're renting the RVs, and that's not really putting funds in the university's pocket, it's putting funds in these RV owners and leasing people's pockets, but everybody's having a good time. But a percentage of that money is not even touching the campus.
Right. Well, on ours, if to tailgate for the year is $800. But if you just want to tailgate just for homecoming, it's $450. So the university has found a way. And then the other thing that they've done at A&M, if your vehicle, your car, hits that campus, that's $30 for the university. That's $30. Yes.
Okay.
And they're running out of parking spaces. We use 3 different churches in our community to park cars and shuttle them onto our campus.
Okay.
3 different churches. 3 of the largest, predominantly black churches are giving up their parking lots for the university to use as shuttle places for people to have access to our games.
So let me ask this, Coach. Let me ask this. The church, are they getting those revenues or are they splitting the revenues?
Well, 2 of them are free. Only one church, my church, charges $20 for them to park. And the university doesn't get any of that. Half of it goes to the church and half of it goes to a certain cause.
Okay.
And we had over 200 cars.
Not a bad hustle.
Yep. But no, the other 2 churches, they're not charging anything. They're free. It's free to park there.
First come, first serve.
Yes.
Wow. Well, another thing that I would try to incorporate if I had a say-so, which we all know I don't, if you're going to pay for the RV tailgating section, you can only qualify if you buy tickets.
Yep.
Now,
okay, but see, that should be in the packet.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but I don't. You can't even buy a tailgate unless first you're a season ticket holder.
Correct. Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay.
No, you can't come just for homecoming. And if you do want to come for homecoming and you don't want to purchase a season ticket, guess what? Whatever the tickets cost plus that parking, you're going to pay for it.
Right. and that's why they charge them $400 for that one game. Yeah, you charge $400 for one game. You only want to come to homecoming and tailgate. So, okay, great. Come on, we got you. We got a spot for you at $400. and Doc, we don't have enough spots.
Yes, sir.
We don't have enough spots.
The old saying said there's more than one way to choke a dog than cornbread in one.
Yep. So they're figuring out a way, and then one of the proposals that I have given them, or well, we've been talking about, I've been saying this for years. We need to charge every person that comes on that campus for every game. And you do that by putting up, now they got temporary fencing for, they were channeling everybody through the gates so that they go through the metal detectors. But when you come on that campus on game day, it costs the price of a ticket. That's what I think it should be.
Well, what if you have grad students or something attending campus on Saturday? What about those people? Because there are other operations other than game day going on. How do you separate those?
Well, they have to have a certain ticket to have access to the campus. That ticket does not cost them anything.
Okay.
The university eats that because they know that they got classes going on that day, but they still have to have their ticket in their hand in order to have access or turn around and purchase a ticket.
Well, we'll see how it develops with our innovative athletic directors and the powers that be.
Right. But there's some schools that I know that have been doing that for years, like in the SIAC, Miles College. From 8 o'clock in the morning on game day, the cost of coming on that campus is a ticket for every individual in that car.
Wow.
Yep.
So if I got 4 people in the vehicle, it's gonna be, and the ticket is $25. It's gonna cost us $100 to get in the gate.
Absolutely, and they're paying it. They're used to it. Now I don't know what's going to happen when they go to their new campus, but their current campus is fenced in all the way around. So they have at every access point on that campus, they are set up to take your money, and they take it.
So that's
you can't walk on that campus. You can't drive on that campus without a ticket on game day. Starting at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Yep. They've been doing that for years.
To be continued.
Right.
But I don't know if I like the fact of seeming like I'm fenced in, like I'm in a prison setting, neither.
But no, it's gorgeous. They got that raw line. They put some money in it now. Yep, they put some money in.
It's still a cage, though, Coach.
Yep,
that's
true.
Confining.
That's true.
You
don't have the high crime on their campus, and because them jokers know that though if those gates are locked, they can't get out. Yep.
I get a little claustrophobic thinking about that.
But they just purchased a brand new campus for Birmingham Southern, a predominantly white institution built by the Methodists, and Alabama A&M put in a $65 million bid on it, and they did not accept our bid, and now they have agreed to sell that campus to Birmingham Southern, to Miles College. Very beautiful campus. Well maintained. Every blade of grass has a place on that campus.
Now, what about the athletic facilities? Would they have to do any upgrades?
No, none whatsoever. Beautiful football stadium, basketball arena, tennis courts, everything. With a PWI, they put the money in the athletics. And that school has been Division I and NAIA.
Wow. Yep. So they got the amenities to draw what they need to draw.
Right. It'll be a total upgrade for Miles College.
Wow, that is intriguing and something to keep an eye on. And too bad you guys couldn't get it though, Coach. But did they think you would have been getting too fat on your end versus mine?
That's exactly what I felt. I knew when we first made that offer, said they're not going to allow us put our footprint in the city of Birmingham like that. Yep.
Well, as they say, the hits just keep on coming. There's a way they can try to do it. Some more stealth mode than others, but they're going to try to keep that foot down on us. With that, we just got to keep on fighting and rising to the top, Coach.
Right.
And speaking of fighting and rising to the top, my Panthers got to work on next year. They got to work on next year. This one is, as I said, in the hopper. We got 5 games remaining, and we're 2-5 now. I hate to say it, Coach. If we're not careful, we'll blink. We'll be 3-9, 2-10.
No,
if we're not careful.
I think Coach McDowell will have those kids ready to play. I think they'll turn it around. The only thing he's got to make sure his kids haven't checked out on him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even if you turn it around, now let me tell you who we got remaining, so you can see why I'm saying that. I'm not wishing this, but we have Texas A&M Commerce for homecoming next week. That's going to be a tougher game than what a lot of people, than the average fan, is going to anticipate. Then your remaining SWAC schedule: Mississippi Valley, FAMU, Alcorn, Alabama State.
Bama State, Valley, those are. So if he gets homecoming back, he can have a winning season.
You could, yeah.
Yeah, yep.
No. Well, at this point, if we got 7 games under the belt,
7. Yeah, that's right. 2-5.
You can go. You can wish for 6-6.
Yep.
At this stage of the game, with 5 losses already, I'll take 6-6 all day and twice on Sunday.
Oh yes.
Okay, but the reality of dipping is there, man. But I still don't think it's enough to try to change the locks on Buff.
Right. Yeah, they need to leave Coach alone because this is his first bad season, so
right.
Just support them, give them what they need to be successful, and look forward to next year.
Absolutely. And with that, Coach, while my eyes are still dry, we're going to get ready to shut this week's segment down. I'm going to give you some closing thoughts and comments, sir.
Well, we'll continue to push the needle and make sure that we're getting the word out on everything, and I want to encourage you to continue doing what you're doing. And we really need this, and I look forward to next week to see how our grades come out.
Yes, sir. Oh, before I get out of here, Coach, did we pick our MEAC game this week?
Yeah, Tennessee State and
That's right. I just wanted to make sure, I have a sometimes moment every now and then.
No, you're all right.
Yes, sir. All right, he is the guru, Coach Van Pettaway. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter, X, at The Mike Prince Show. Don't forget to sign up for our YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network and check out our 24-hour stream at obnradio.com. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.